What's going on, everyone? This is Sonic Mix, and today I'm going to give my preview of WWE Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules happens tomorrow, May 19th, and looking at the card, it looks okay. I mean, I'm not going to say it's good. I'm not going to say it's bad. I mean, I think it's going to be okay. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be better than Mania, which the past two Extreme Rules have been better than Mania, surprisingly. But who knows? I mean, this could turn phenomenal. Well, I want to say phenomenal, but this could turn good. And yes, I will be mentioning the pre-show and etc. So let's just get the pre-show out of the way. So the pre-show is with The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. You know, for a pre-show, this match is probably going to be about 8 minutes, maybe. I think for those 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes, just to push it a little bit. I think this is going to be all right. I think in the end, The Miz is going to win. I don't see Cody Rhodes winning, just because of the fact that The Miz beat Sandow on SmackDown. So I guess it would make sense if The Miz beat Rhodes. So I'm going to say The Miz over Cody Rhodes. The first match I think it's going to start off is Randy Orton versus The Big Show in an Extreme Rules match. This has the potential to be solid. Seeing as an Extreme Rules match, they can pretty much do anything. Big Show does seem to work very well in these types of stipulations. Same thing with Orton. I can see this being maybe a 2.75 at most. Maybe the least is a 2.5. If it hits a 3, I'll be surprised. And seeing that this is in St. Louis, if you guys were watching SmackDown, Orton was saying something how that he wasn't going to lose in his hometown. And what's ironic is that on the Payback, the new pay-per-view, on the Payback wallpaper, it's Randy Orton. I could see the Big Show winning this. But then again, you know what? I'm going to say the Big Show. Yes, I'm going to pull the plug. I'm going to say the Big Show is going to win this match. Second match. I think the second match is going to be our first title match. And I can see Kofi Kingston versus Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. If this match gets enough time, I can see this match being a 3-star match. I think there's going to be a lot of high-flying from Kofi, a lot of tactical moves from Dean Ambrose. And in the end, I see Dean Ambrose winning the title and becoming the United States Champion. And what I find kind of, I don't want to say ironic, but in a way kind of like, I wonder moment. Dean Ambrose has had more singles matches than any of the 2 other Shield members. Which makes me to believe that I think Dean Ambrose might actually be pushed much more than the other 2. I mean, I do hope that the other 2 are on the same level with Dean Ambrose. But I think when the team gets split, I do think Dean Ambrose will be the bigger star than the other 2. So I'm going to say Dean Ambrose is going to win the U.S. title from Kofi. Our third match, I think, is going to be Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Now, what I'm looking at here is they don't have a stipulation for these 2. Now, I don't know if they're going to do a poll of choose your vote on who you think the match should be. You know what? If this is going to be a regular match, which I don't think it isn't, but if it turns into a regular match, I think this is going to flop again. I think it's going to be the same thing like Mania. Jericho's going to do more of the work, and Fandango's only going to do his 3 moves of dance, I guess you could say. In the end, I gotta say Fandango because I don't see Jericho winning. Because I think Fandango is going to be pushed more with the help of Jericho. And that's just the way I see it. So, Fandango over Chris Jericho. Up next, I think is going to be the Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger I Quit match. Now, originally, this was supposed to be a triple threat ladder match, including with Ziggler, but seeing that he got that concussion, this is what we got. I don't think this isn't going to be something bloody, and looking at this match, one can think that I think how this match is going to end is with somebody putting their submission move in, and basically they're saying, I quit, like that. So it's going to be something stupid, I think. It isn't going to be like how it was many years ago, like between Cena and JBL, how like those two were bloody as hell, and Cena was going to hit JBL with the big pipe off of the truck, and JBL said, I quit. I don't think we're not going to see nothing like that. And don't expect blood, which sadly we don't see blood nowadays. Which in a match like this, I think there should be blood, I think. But in the end, I see Swagger winning. Now, yes, it's not every day you hear a face saying, I quit. But I think what's going to happen is Swagger's going to win, thus Dolph Ziggler is going to turn face. Because there's more, well, I know there's a ton of face now, but I think it's time for Ziggler to turn face because everybody seems to cheer for him now. And I think that would be the perfect moment to turn Ziggler face and get like a little bit of payback off of him. So I say Swagger is going to win over Alberto Del Rio. Up next, I think, is going to be Sheamus versus Mark Henry in a strap match. And with the strap match, you have to touch all four corners. And if you don't touch any of the corners or the fourth to the last or the third to the last, it all gets reset. I think this is going to be a very slow, boring pace match. I don't really see nothing spectacular or interesting coming out of this. I mean, I can't really see anything interesting in a strap match unless there was a bell hanging in the middle, but I don't think there's going to be no bell in the middle. I'm actually going to say Mark Henry's going to win this match. I definitely see Mark Henry pulling out the win on this one. Up next, I think, is going to be the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Team Hell No versus The Shield. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in a Tornado Tag Team match for the Tag Team titles. I think this is going to be a good match. I think this is going to be a fast-paced, good match. I think we're going to see some tables being put through. We might see a crazy spot here and there. And not going to say this is going to steal the show, but I could definitely see this being a 3-star type of match. In the end, I see the Shield winning. I definitely think that Team Hell No has taken its toll. And I think it's time for Team Hell No to be split. Thus, put Daniel Bryan back to being singles competitor and push him as a singles competitor. And have the Shield hold the titles. I think this is definitely the time for the Shield to hold the titles. So, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to be tag team champions. And then our final two matches. Co-main event. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar in a steel cage match. Now, the last two matches that they've had hasn't been nothing interesting. A lot of people don't really seem to be into these or be into this match. And what's kind of funny is that in SummerSlam, when these two first fought, it was kind of like a dream match in a way. But then it just kind of was, it was slow and it was kind of boring in a way. This might be interesting, but it isn't going to be like a 4-star unless they started bleeding, but don't be surprised if there is no blood like I mentioned in the I Quit match. Don't expect nothing interesting. And what I mean by that is don't expect blood. And if there is blood, it's going to probably add in a little bit to the match. Seeing that Triple H has won and Brock Lesnar has won, I see Brock Lesnar winning this because I think after this match, Triple H is going to disappear for a while and Brock Lesnar will make appearances here and there. So I'm going to say Brock Lesnar to win this match. And then finally the main event. John Cena versus Ryback in a last man standing match for the WWE Championship. Now, as much as the storyline doesn't make sense, how Ryback got in this main event spot after he lost at WrestleMania, which in a way doesn't leave a good taste, because it's kind of like now anybody could be in the main event now because of the Ryback-Mark Henry match. I think this is going to be a solid match. I think this is going to be pretty good, especially with the John Cena Achilles injury. I think that will definitely play a role with Cena. I see this being about a 3.5, maybe a 3.75, maybe even a 4, if it's going to be that good. But in the end, we all know Cena's going to win. Unless they pull a curveball. But I don't think it's not going to happen, because it wouldn't make sense. Because it's like, Cena gets this redemption. And of course, people don't like Cena as champion because it's had its run. And people want to see somebody new for a change. And if Cena loses this match, then it's kind of like, then what was the point of this redemption? It wouldn't make sense whatsoever. But at the same time, you make Cena win, and Ryback still continues the losing streak of his pay-per-view losing streak. And you know what? I think a lot of people may agree with me. I just don't think Ryback's not ready yet. I mean, yes, he did get pushed to the moon, pretty much. But I don't think he's not ready yet. I think maybe by the end of this year, maybe Survivor Series, I would say maybe that would be the time to maybe make him champion. If he improves or pulls off something magnificent in this match, or any match in the future. So, I'm going to say John Cena to win the last man standing match. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Now, as a reminder, I'm probably not going to order this. If I do order it, there will be a review Sunday after I'm done watching the show. If you don't see no review on Extreme Rules, then that clearly means that I didn't order it, and you guys can tell me how the match was, or how the show was, if you guys ordered it. And please do leave me your predictions on who you think is going to win. If you want to do the match list on how you think the order is going to go, and etc. Alright, until then, hope you guys enjoyed once again. And until then, you guys take care. And until then, make sure that you give me a like, give me a comment. Please do check out my channel. Please do subscribe as well whenever you can. And until then, I will see you guys later.